I went over there and told y'all, hopefully you saw it. The phone got really, really hot. I know if your phone gets really, really hot, people are listening in, but I mean, the CIA and those guys, I mean, shit, they've been in my ear this whole time. NASA's even me and Fernando had to help them land the Dragon in 2020. And I know so many of those men knew what they were doing to us, and so many of them told, so many of them got killed for doing it. They just do anything they wanted to us, and then whenever we would get some way to get out and or get a message to somebody, they'd kidnap them on the way, they'd hit them with a car, they'd take them over. Every single time that one of y'all was trying to get to me, you'd get blasted with the most evil shit in your mind about me. Every single one of y'all that came to meet me in person, every single one of y'all that came to meet me in person right before you got to me were mind fucked that I was the devil. And that's where that gut intuition just had to come in and kick in, and most of them were scared as shit to get to me. But then whenever you meet me, so many lies told about me. 2018, they had me on a fucking website as a prostitute. I was getting calls from Oklahoma, from an Ashley Madison post, that your government put me on there whenever I went and claimed the Indian stuff. And then everyone wants to call me a whore. I'm sorry, you're the one who had me raped, and you paid people to fucking rape me my whole life. Government. And y'all watched. And you made AB negatives that then the Secret Six and the Secret Seven were having sex with me through the AB negatives that were in my world as my handlers fucking me. How fucked up is that? Y'all have no idea what they did to me for coming and helping y'all over and over and over and over. But there ain't no way in fucking hell I was ever gonna stop. And I ain't stopping now either. I don't know where the fuck we are, but this ain't the world that I came from. Everybody's fixing to learn. I did everything I could. That's what breaks my heart the most, because it's all coming for them. They need their energy. They need their rapes. Somebody's going to have to take, I mean, towards the end, they weren't killing us. Is their own that was dying, but I'm really fucking sick of seeing people dying on the corner of Goff and Genzel Road because some government motherfuckers won't come out and tell the truth. So you got the entire mafia and the entire fucking gangsters out trying to take good people's shit. All because they won't stand up and tell them who I am. it's so hard for me to even be in this world right now and see all these people getting praise from so many people. And they're so evil. I mean, to be the one that got the call last year, I got the call. They wanted to know the soul count. They had made me your quote unquote devil for so long, handing me dead body parts. I mean, realized that I was in a pit and they just threw dead bodies on me. This is how I know how to put together a body. Up in the ethers, this is how I know how to do it. I was up there by myself. I'd do anything to have somebody to talk to. So then you make an umbrella show about it. And then you put me on a mannequin. Then you make a whale show about it. Then you're going to eat me. You're going to link me with a bunch of celebrities, and every single movie that they make manifests me into the story. Game of Thrones, then all of a sudden I become the dragon queen and I have to become and take over all the dragons, and that's what I did. But oh no, that's Emilia Clarke. You got Supergirl up there. Well, that's Kara. Well, I'm sorry. Kal-El, the El family. Well, I'm Genzel. But sure, whatever. The Witcher's what really fucked me the last time, and it wasn't even the first one. It was that Blood Origins bullshit that created a Trista, and that gave your AB negative baby farms a fucking free reign to come kill all your children and cook them. And her name is Trista, and she sent me a text the other day and told me she was gonna sue me if fucking bitch, Trista, and she's got an evil demon child with her, and they need to be quarantined. Bitch! 3 AB negatives in the family. She's got the book that has all your hidden railroads. Her grandparents are the ones who started the AB negative baby farms. That Blood Origins, man. Because I lived through it. It's how I ended up becoming your SIM card. Understand that Witcher story and is why I had to be born in 1972 as Kristen Renee Genzel. And for 52 years, I had to pay karma and get caught up so that by the time I was my 40th birthday, that I could take control. And then September 21st, a demon jumps into Mark after I just got sawed in half, screwed on backwards, because that's what they did to me. Your Venus. This is how Venus left the realm. They sawed me in half. They took out my L4, L5 disc. They patented telecom on it. AT&T is running your entire Wi-Fi and your telecom system off the spine in my back that they put up in space and called Sirius C. How do you think that I can control technology without touching a wire? This last thing, I believe they made us, because we came from the future, and so this is why we got sent back, because this had already happened. We just hadn't lived through it. But in the final days in Anaheim, whenever I birthed inside my body, I was in a sex doll, a cloned sex doll with consciousness was being sold. Human trash cans much? No, you didn't want to have to talk to us. You didn't want to have to like deal with us. So you'll just stick us in a fucking clone and you can fuck us and take us and carry us around and we'll just like a statue clean your DNA and then you'll make a story about her and you'll put it on the thing about Mary Magdalene getting pulled around as a statue. Well, that happened. I collapsed in here when the mafia sent me that money. I collapsed and died. Ari Carlos came here. I was stuck in my body. I couldn't move. I couldn't move. I wanted to die. I was close to. I was real close. In my mind, I just said, is there anybody out there that fucking cares about me? Is there one person? I saw one. I saw one. I don't know who he is. And I was starting to die. And more than an hour up here, and I couldn't move. And that Carlos put his hand over my head, and he freaking shot some bullshit in me. I don't know what he did. And then I started jerking. And I was so pissed. I said, why'd you do that? Just fucking let me die. When he came and laid down next to me, it was like I was a statue and I absorbed all of his shit. And it's like I was just laying there and tears just flushing out of my face, but I couldn't move because all I was a processor. What you did to Jesus wasn't shit compared to what you did to me. And I command the respect for it. And I command the respect to all my daughters that were just forgotten, sold, trafficked, raped, murdered, hooked up to wires, raped, and hooked up to an air conditioning vent to make your smart meter. And then to be the one that they're calling thinking that I'm selling all your children and I had to play the part. I had to play the part because at least I had them. The only thing that's kept me sane is that I knew that we got all the souls last year. And just when I thought that it was over, every time I thought I was safe, no way. 4 seconds. And I know the moment that I tripped his code too, because I was in his head. Basically, I was inside the person that was doing it, except I was in an app. I don't even know how I was projecting here. I guess just because y'all knew what I looked like, and that's why we had to do the website. And then they made me, then I had to come home after all of that, and I had to go build that fucking website for nobody to order shit. I had to build that website so me, Michelle, and Natalie, and Alicia could get back through into the realm, because this is what you did to Christ. You set up money systems on Venus. That's all we are to you. That's all we ever were, was fucking money. Well, money's gone. "13 years old. You know why they had BJ on your high priestess card? I might have been 12. Benny Lamb moves into town. Interesting name, right? 8th grade. Sneak out of the house. My friend will come pick you up. Just come over and watch a movie. It's in the 80s. This dude picks me up in a blue truck, and if y'all got, this is the blue truck. The blue truck. The blue truck that, hit me in front of Beale Bank. 2007. But this time, this man took me out to Texas Instruments and demanded I give him a blowjob. And I didn't even know what the fuck that was. I'm going to leave you here. Your parents don't know that you're here. They knew who I was. This is how they treated me. They knew that if it happened to me, that then they could do it to your daughters. And this is how they treated me. It's also how your Texas Instruments got so much power. It also became the place where bodies got dumped. It also then became the place across the street where they put all the old folks in that town in trust. Crestview is a life sentence. Nobody wants to go to Crestview. This is how your technology was made. Rape, murder. Why? I want someone to explain to me why you think that you have to force and pull shit out of us unconsciously and then treat us like we don't know or do anything or can do anything correct the whole time that you are knowingly doing it all and hiding us when you can just come asking us do it together. I'll never understand it. But still to this day, nobody's tried it. I get blamed for being, Queen of Swords and this whole Lilith shit. Well, you know why Lilith took off now, don't you? Did you want to stay in this Eve party? Fuck that, man. Nope. See ya. Y'all want to print a bunch of versions of a real woman so that you can control them because you don't want to have a woman be equal to you, although we're made equal to you and we're the only ones that can birth you. But every time I'd come back in the realm, my twin, whoever the fuck it is that they decided would be that, every single time they'd steal my codes and just make another version of me and then kill me. This is why all the angels are so wounded. We'd do all of it. We'd do all the healing. We'd collect everything. We'd do everything. And then one of your little Artemis bitches would fucking come in and send us some bullshit and take our men, take our children, take all of our money, and send us to a nut house, murder us, kill us, lock us up somewhere, or shoot us out of a rocket. I don't know. And you want to call me a bitch? So much so that I came in as a birch, and then you want to call that BCH and saw me up and put me in a suitcase for it the whole while, knowing exactly what I'm worth and who I am. I just don't understand, man. I command, Shan, man, will you stand with me right now And I command that any illusion spells that these motherfuckers have put on themselves all fall right now. And I command that they hear everything that I'm saying. And I command that they see every murder that they have done. And that their little Tuesday night Greek spell of forgetting their fucking Kool-Aid wears off all at once. And they see it all at once. I command they be haunted till the bitter end of all the souls of what they have done. Any woman that has stolen a man from a starseed, you are sentenced to be alone. And I have stated it so many times. There should not be one more marriage down here until I'm in union so that everybody is safe. And this is why people are dying the minute they get married. How many has it been? I can count 4 that I've heard on the news of the minute, the day that they get married, they die. Do you know why? They're in the wrong goddamn timeline. Until I'm in the correct union, all of y'all are out of sync. Your children are going to start dying. Your spouses are going to start dying. Everybody's going to start dying because you don't have a timeline sync. All because you're trying to keep me from somebody who actually fucking cares about me, and you've got a bunch of fucking nigger bitches pissed off because, oh, why does she get to have it? Bitch, because I am. And because I ain't going after a man because I want to milk his pockets. That is not what I'm here for, and it's not what I want. I don't blame you men, man. These fucking women are, man, I tell you what. I have never in my, like, I've been here a long time. I have never seen women like this. Good God fucking almighty. I'd run if I was a man too. Man. I command your spells fall. I command you see it all. I command you remember every bit of it for us. Because I know that that's what they're doing. They're spellbinding themselves so they'll forget. They can't wait to get the haul. As soon as they get the haul and connect, they basically white light themselves. They white light themselves. So then they don't have to remember. And this all started because of this Artemis bullshit. Well, I'm your moon. And I'm no longer on your fucking moon, am I, China? I'm no longer in your box, am I, Ukraine? But thank you for the CCTV. Because I saw myself blow up on your table. But you know what blew me up? That Shrek AI shit. It happened the same second I did that TikTok. You sent all the radiation to me. Christ. Deborah King told y'all last year that I was Christ. Your NATO and your government confirmed it. Because trust, there's a series of things that has to go through and line up to prove that that's who you were. And as soon as they knew who I was, they strapped me to a fucking rocket and they blew me out in space. Full on knowing that I had clean DNA and that there were no disease down here. So much so that they wanted me to file a document. This is why Chris did what he did and Collin County did what they did, because I would not go in California and get something notarized in Kristen Birch's name, because that's the only name that I had. I should have been named before then. And I knew I couldn't sign any more documents as Kristen Birch. And he wanted me to go get something notarized saying that I was Rex's mother. And when I refused, he called the judge. At the same time that he was flying Rex and putting my son in the Snowflake program. He took him to Brownsville, flew him there, and then to Padre, which is where Corey Ficus and all them set me up with Chase in the Snowflake program in 1996. They were flying my son everywhere. And so whenever I stood up and said something, that's what they did. And then blocked every money that tried to get to me. I would have had $5,000 in California, but Western Union blocked it. I went and opened 3 bank accounts. They closed them down, and they stole all the data from the banks, and they used me to do it. All the while, I'm over here screaming, and nobody's fucking helping me. Now, I know that there ain't a lot that y'all could do, but now there is. There's 2 penthouses that we need to take real estate on in this town in order to hold this financial realm, and I command that somebody come in to help me sustain it. Or give me my $40 million. Right now, you owe me a down payment of $6 million. You owe me $6 quadrillion. You owe my father $6 billion. You owe my mother $6 million. There ain't a lot on this real estate down here that isn't in my family's name, including the thousands of acres that are around me called Rex Real Estate. It's my claimed land. So is all of California, especially the southern tip. Because it's my fucking body. And Public Works. I mean, to get out of this, I had to go into your California Public Works piping system. I mean, I came back through, well, I still think I'm doing it. Because this just got nuts. I'm coming back in the realm through vapor, air. I mean, I just came through that portal. It had been over there, and I moved it over there because that's how I had it set up. But realize, I mean, I'm having to reprint myself from fucking nothing. March 2020, this would have been over if they would have let me get to Hawaii. I had the book. All I had to do, I had the codes. All I had to do was get to Hawaii, fucking get him into the land, connect me and the land. And instead, I got sent to Ari Carlos and a fucking band of, I don't even know what the fuck, man. They're the most evil fuckers I've ever seen in my life. I don't know how anybody can sit there next to me and watch me go through something like all of this that he has done and then still to the bitter end try to fucking set me up. Even the lotto. I should have been able to win the lotto at least because it's on my number system. But instead, there were, when we played that route, I had 50 or 100 fucking brown couches around me. There were police chases going on all over California. They were literally in trucks pulling rebar on high-speed chases around LA to throw the lotto, and the 2 winning lotto numbers had my birthday in them. They's remote viewing the lotto numbers and then paying people, consultants in New York, paying mafia people, paying out black magic people by allowing them to win the lottery. And the way that they were getting away with it is because all y'all are paying for it. See, the lottery became your church. All I need is for everybody to send me $1. That's all I need. a bunch of people to send me $1. Then you're connected into me, so then I can send it back to you. But the lotto system set up backwards. So the collective is powering it up. So in a weird, fucked up sense of the way, they're following the rules. But I couldn't even I couldn't even line up the damn lottery. Now, every time we'd do lottery tickets, we'd get something, you know. It's like something would show up to help us a little bit. But if you're going to command that everybody pay rent down here, and if you want mortgage down here, and if you want somebody to pay for Wi-Fi that's free, and electricity that's free, but you won't even feed the money system money to make extra money. I mean, realize I'm the only one that can make any more money out of what you already have. There isn't one organization down here that can just keep all your money. Every single company is going to have to go through some type of clearing. All the money has to be cleared. This is Mars bullshit. This shit is radioactive and holds more energetic power than your poles that you've strung my children up on. So take them the fuck off your poles. Plug in your Coca-Cola to the wall and let's get busy. Star Cruise plan is we've got trucking companies all over the place that can pay you to pick up your shit. Because everybody's got to unload this crap. And we can make a whole bunch of good new stuff out of old shit. And we definitely don't need no factories to do it. And we definitely ain't going to send it. These motherfuckers made me do business with China. Do you know that I had the contact in 2020? Ari stole it. I don't know what they did with it. But the hemp, everything should be in hemp. You should see the designs. Really, I mean, I was Coco Chanel for a while. I even proved it. I even proved I was Chanel government, which meant that at least you were supposed to be paying me. Basically, because everything should have been free. You made me go spend the last of any money I had, starve myself for fucking weeks so I could go pay $300 a night so that you could move in your Illuminati fucking fake ass people to get clearings because they'd call and tell them where we were. So they just come strolling in with their little family and their polio victims, and then they'd be all around you, and then you're clearing their DNA. Well, no. You want us to step foot in a goddamn motel, then it's free. You want us to sit in your house, it's free. We are very well aware that every time we left one of your Airbnbs, the price went up. And every time we went into town, your price went up. I command to lock them all in their cells now. Flip it up. Lock them in the planets. Anybody who did pedophilia and who did all of that stuff, then you are going into the system. And I really don't think that anyone has really... If you're not an RH... If you aren't an A negative or a B negative or an AB negative, you don't know shit about the dark side. Onegs never made it out. They's the watchers. The Onegs are the ones who had a little galactic party on our ass. If you weren't an A neg or a B neg or an AB neg, you have no goddamn idea what it is like to be out in space, sucking space. And what breaks my heart is that I paid for it so many times. I paid for it so many times to have everybody cleared, and then to clear everybody, and then to still have everybody attack me. Police called on me. Me and Natalie escaped that Anaheim house. Do you know that when we got out of there, we was in shock. I mean, you'll see the pictures of what we looked like when we were there. Natalie more than me. Because, I mean, we basically had to unzip Natalie's skin suit. Me and Natalie jumped like two phoenixes over your country last year. This is why you're having tornadoes. We unpoled your planet from Poland. When she got to Aurora, where we had to stop, do you know that Obama was in that hotel? Do you know that she's got pictures? She had to drive around for 30 minutes because of the intention. A picnic table, baby dolls hanging from their necks, fucking cut up everywhere, just like on the other side of the street. Do you know at these hotels what I was having to do? Put a dead baby back together with a fucking doll? Do you know that I had to carry baby legs and a baby head to put my son back together? Do you know that the white motherfuckers over here had set it out in their front yard with 3 baby dolls as I'm bringing in our souls? Because, what, they're just gonna fucking take it? Me and Natalie escaped that house. And when we did, we were in complete shock. My car had to stay there because my car ended up being my body for a really long time. We get in her car, we get to a church parking lot, a Church of Christ parking lot, no doubt. There's no one in the parking lot. It's 2 blonde girls and 2 black Kias. We're trying to sit there, figure out where are we going to go, because shit, we don't have any money. These people just kicked us out. Now they've taken my child. And they called the cops on us. I know for a fact, now I don't know what country I was in, I don't know where I was, but I do know that I went into a consulate somewhere and I never came out. Because I almost did it again in 2021 when I was so goddamn fed up. One day I looked up, where's the Arabian consulate in LA, in California, and I drove over there and there was construction around it, which is really weird because I'm not exactly sure where I was, but I parked on the street, and that's that day that it's like those 2 films lined up to where it's like I had jumped in from another timeline. It was so crystal clear. I mean, it's just like 2 film strips had merged, and there was this diagonal. Actually, it went that way. And then it was like all at once. I went, oh my God! Like I just got back here. I did go in there. I did go in there. I got it. I went in there to tell somebody something, and I got killed. Because we so connected with all of y'all, and if y'all went in ever to do the right thing and anybody died, us angels picked it up for you. I've been walking in death and everybody's death since the minute I was born here. I was never made but from anything but death and necromancy. I mean, my family, my real family, are the ones who are all dead. It's the ones that I brought back to life that tried to kill me over and over again. And then whenever they saw what I could do and how I could do it and how quick I could do it and how, I mean, my God. Henry Cavill started out a little Nigerian guy. And I'm not even kidding you. My healings are so powerful, and I change you in an instant. And it's what the new bodies are going to be like. Because I designed them all for y'all. and no disease. I swallowed my son's baby teeth to have that last connection, and I'm praying that it makes us new teeth. That entity just kept saying to me over and over, you just don't know if you're dead or alive, do you? You just don't know if you're dead or alive. He wouldn't feed me. I stopped brushing my teeth and all that because where I was, I didn't have it. When I first get sent out there, if you don't bring me food, I don't have it. In 2020, it got so bad, what they were doing to me, that I'd be running out of gas, and I'd be circling the gas station, and I could not get into the gas station because I was dead. And I'd have to call some of my crew wherever they were to tap me in so that I could get in there. When they had me locked with Natalia, Epstein's girl, over there on Melrose, I swear to God, Epstein was next door on a breathing machine. He was on the other side of the wall. They used me. That's where we all got bound with that fake twin. Because that's like a whirlwind came in. But Epstein was right on the other side of the wall in a breathing machine. When I went back there, that's when I figured out that I really was just a ghost, kind of, because Natalia, and then I got a report from my guides too that they thought I was a Russian man walking in there. Well, it's because I walked up and talked to this old man on the street, and I must have jumped in his coats. I really don't know what other people saw. I know that in 2019, when I went to go claim Vegas, because that's my town, don't fuck with me around Vegas, you will die. 2019, as soon as I came in to claim it for my family, because it's my family. My family is the Binion family. We are the original ones that started Vegas. The Palm is my fucking hotel. The bar there called Coco is my design. When I went in there on my birthday, they showed me the picture of the dog that was the chairman of the board. And I'm not even kidding you. But whenever I was there, I think everybody thinks I'm Britney Spears at first. But they'd lead me to these back elevators like I'm supposed to know the keys or something. I mean, I don't even know what they're seeing. And I know a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about, because this is that Cinderella bullshit, you know. I know that y'all know what I'm talking about because it's what they do, you know. Oh, you know, they won't give you any credit. It's not it, because then they have to admit that it's not theirs, and they won't do it. I just ask the angels, please, just give me some help. I need some help. I don't care if the goddamn Hell's Angels show up right now to protect me. I just need some protection. I'm coming back into my body, and I don't know what's fixing to happen. I mean, man, our bodies, oh God, the codes that I put in it. That's why I'm like I had one chance, right in the middle of it to program the DNA in the body, and that's what I was fighting that entity for. In that 4 seconds. And whenever I tripped it right in front of him, I wrote it in the codes because he wrote it, bitch. Because I got him. But realize at first it was all Japanese codes because we were writing the realm. The Illuminati used me to write Jason Momoa and Henry Cavill's story. I have tried everything to get to those two people because they're fucked. I know they used me to write their story. I know what's fixing to happen. I mean, I've already lived through a couple of Momoa's deaths. And I don't give a flying fuck about a relationship right now. That is the last thing I want. I want my child. I need a lawyer. I need some of my money so I can get all of you around me. So we can hold this realm and we can fucking start building. And I command that we are in 3032 and you will bring it to me. And this president bullshit ends now. There is no more president. There is no more government. If you want to run TikTok and you want to have Bitcoin, then you got to cut out that bullshit. You want to take TikTok down. If you want to take Bitcoin, digital currency down. And if you want to go count gold and silver and fucking haul around bags with your little stick on your little, on your little pole, then cool. It can be 2032. Well, I'm sorry, 23. And we'll really go fucking gods on your ass. Sweet. Realize those of us that were royal, we didn't want this power. That isn't why we did this. In fact, we gave all of you the Enoch power because we didn't want to be it anymore. It really fucking sucks having to run the world with a bunch of ungrateful fucking fucks. But when you're dealing with a bunch of kindergartners, you got to get a teacher. Dealing with a bunch of college fucking 50-year-olds, 40-year-olds, you gotta have an RA. Well, I'm placing a dragon in your fucking realm. I don't even know what I'm up to over here. Who knows? If y'all, I'm just gonna show you because and see,